All right, shalom, shalom. First off and foremost, as always, I want to say, Kol Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double my honors being to the elder apostles of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well. And of course, as always, I want to say shalom to you, Ankim out there that's pushing his truth through the spirit, through the power, and through the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Okay, so today's lesson is going to be titled, Stop Overthinking. Okay? Stop overthinking. You know? And ultimately, I was, speaking to a brother a few days ago, and, we was going in about, anxiety, things of that nature, and, I told him, I said, hey, man, anxiety, that's nothing more than a demon, And I remember the elder out there in New York, the brother Amawan Gabar, he did a lesson on this, I believe, last year, going in about how anxiety is, it's a spirit that can hop on you. It's a demon, And, real quick, let me just get the meaning of the word anxiety. Okay. Now the word, let's see. Let's get the definition. Excuse me. Okay, now I'm gonna get the meaning of the word anxiety and what it is. Okay. So right here, I just simply typed in on Google anxiety, and it says intense, excessive, and persistent worry and fear about everyday situations. First heart rate, rapid breathing, sweating, and feeling tired may occur. Okay, now ultimately that's just demons trying to mess with you, and trying to have you worry about things that ultimately that's not that doesn't matter, or events that's not going to ever happen, and that's just Satan trying to sift you. Okay, and which I'm gonna get that scripture in Luke 22, and further expound on that word sift. Okay, so we got the word anxiety out the way. Now let's get the definition. Okay, now the meaning of the word anxiety says a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, typically about an imminent event or something with an uncertain outcome. Okay, now ultimately that's Satan, trying to have you overthink or be nervous about things that are uncertain, things that things that are more than likely not going to happen to you, or things that's not going to play out. Okay, so that's why people they have so-called anxiety attacks, because in their head they're overthinking about the what ifs, or the things that's not going to exactly happen to them, but in their mind they think that is going to happen. But that's nothing more than Satan just trying to sift you. Okay, so we got that. Now let's get the scripture. Luke 22 and verse Luke 22. Actually, let me get in the Blue Letter Bible real quick. This is Luke 22, but this is the book of Luke, chapter 22, and verse start at 31, and it says, and the Lord says, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. Okay, Now, when you go into that word sift, okay, the word sift, it says,
Strong's G 4617, Siniadzo.
right, the word right
Siniadzo.
here is siniazo, okay? And the word sift, it says to sift or shake and deceive, and it says by inward agitation to try one's faith to it says by inward agitation to try one's faith to the verge of overthrow. Okay, now real quickly, now when you go into the word agitation, look at it real quick. All right, it says a state of anxiety or nervous excitement. All right, and didn't we, just go into the word anxiety? Basically just your mind making up, or demons, I would say, trying to make up scenarios that's ultimately not going to happen, and it gives you a false state of nervousness, or overexcitement, okay? And it says agitation, a state of anxiety or nervous excitement. And right here, back to the meaning, it says by inward agitation, okay? Meaning what? Meaning, the mental. Okay, because ultimately, that's where the spiritual battle lies, and the mental, the mental battle, and that's why a lot of people in the world they are overcome, by demons, by these other spirits, because they don't know that they are demons. So ultimately, they give in. But us, we have the name, Yahweh Shema Shai, and we fall back in the name to call upon and to pray in. And to prove that, let's get this quick precept. This is the book of Proverbs. All right, Proverbs 18 and verse 10, and it says, "The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe." Meaning what? Meaning that the righteous call upon the name, it run to that strong building, meaning the name, to be shielded, to be protected, to be comforted. Okay, but that's why it's a blessing and mercy that we do have the name, because if not, then we'll be through. We'll be through. Okay, it says that no name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. Okay, having faith in the name that's the only solution right there. Because anything outside of that, you are done. Okay, so back in the meaning, it says by inward agitation to try one's faith to the verge of overthrow, right? To the verge of you giving in to that, that thought. Okay, because if you don't rebuke that thought through the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, then you allow that seed to fester, to and ultimately to grow to the verge of you to the verge of you overthrowing, to the verge of you, falling out or whatever the case may be. You want to just rebuke that thought, And another way to rebuke that thought is to confess it, to tell brothers what you're going through, or what a scenario is going through your head. Okay, and then another brother may be like, "Oh man, I was just going through that same thing," and that's how that's another way you can combat Satan, by telling brothers. I remember the elder Yashimamba, he did a lesson like last year, and he said that he was like, doesn't matter how embarrassing the thought may seem or whatever it is, just tell brothers, and then you tell brothers, then you'll feel lighter. You actually feel relieved because you have exposed that demon. Okay, so back in Luke 22 and verse 31. Okay, and it says, excuse me, 31, it says, "And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan had desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat." All right, verse 32, "But I have prayed for thee that thy faith fail not, and when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren." Right, so, when you going through something and you overcome it through Yahweh Shema Shai, and you see that another brother is going through that same situation, all right, you have to put him on, and be there for him to help him, through Yahweh Shema Shai, of course, to overcome that. Okay, because the scriptures say, real quick, that brothers have dealt with things that's in the world, dealing with certain scenarios, certain situations. Okay, so you're not alone in the spiritual battle. All right, so I believe that's First Peter Let me get it real quick. First Peter, I believe it's the fifth chapter, if I'm not mistaken. First Peter 5. And let's see. Actually, let me just look it up. Save me the trouble. All right, brothers have gone through the same in the world. All right. Yep, this is First Peter 5 and verse I'll start at verse 8. First Peter 5 and verse 8, but the points of verse 9, it says, be sober, be vigilant, right? Be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour, you know? And that can apply to spiritually, carnally, because Esau's out here, just casting spells on, and everybody. We got to be aware of that. We got to be, circumspect to his devices, his evil plans. So we got to be sober, spiritually be sober, carnally, be sober. We got to, keep watch, and spiritually as well, because Satan, the spiritual demon Satan, he's always there. If you go back to the book of Job, the second chapter, he said that he's been to and fro, up and down the earth. So he's always active. Okay, so we have to be vigilant. Be to keep our head on a spiritual swivel. Okay, verse 9. Here's the point. It says, "Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world." Okay, now real quickly, let's go into that word affliction. All right, let's go into the Blue Letter Bible, First Peter, the fifth chapter, right, and the ninth verse. And the word for affliction, it says,
Strong's G 3804. Pathema.
it says pathema.
Pathema.
Okay, and that word affliction, it says externally a suffering, a misfortune, calamity, evil, affliction, and it says the sufferings of Yahushai, and it says of an inward state, right? An affliction or passion, enduring. All right, and we have to, endure the afflictions. Whether the afflictions be inward, the spiritual battle, or whatever you're going through, out here, the sufferings, and in this present time, just like the Apostle Paul said, Romans 8:18, the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared to the glory which shall be revealed in us. Okay, so whatever you're going through, just know that another brother has gone through it, or just know that, what you're going through, that can be you going through something, so that way you can put the next brother on, so that way he can be all right. Okay. So real quickly, I got that. I got Luke now. Let's head to the Apocrypha. Okay, and let's go to Sirach 14:1, and it says, "Blessed is the man that have not slipped with his mouth, and is not pricked with the multitude of sins." Right? Verse 2, "Blessed is he whose conscience have not condemned him, and who is not fallen from his hope in the Lord." And that's ultimately what Satan he wants you to do. He wants to crush you and allow yourself to condemn yourself. Okay, by inward agitation, to the point of the verge of overthrow, but that's why he says in the second part, it says, "And who was not fallen from the hope in his Lord," right? So even though you may be going through things, you still have that hope and faith that the Lord will get you through that the Lord will get you through this temptation that's going on, that the Lord will get you through, anything that you're battling. Okay. And that's why he says this real quick. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, it says, "There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man." And like I stated earlier, people in the world, they may be going through some shit, you see, but they don't know that those are demons, to make them, go crazy, or to make them, just cave in. Okay, but we have, the truth, the comforter. We have the wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures, that the Lord gave us, so we know what's up. Okay, and it says, but the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, right? But will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. Okay, so whatever you're going through, just know, keep in mind that Yahweh Shema Shai put you in that position because he knows that you can take it. He knows that you will be able to overcome and come out on top at the end. Okay, so stop overthinking. Stop. You know, stop. Don't allow that seed of that demon to fester and grow. Okay, because that's how something can happen. That's why you have to constantly examine yourself, because you don't want to, fall to being a reprobate, being, void of judgment and being, and lacking discernment, spiritual discernment too. Okay. So that being said, I just want to say, call Lam La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, and Kakwadash. Once again, I'm going to say double honors being to the elder apostles of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well. And shalom to you, Ankim out there that's pushing his truth through the spirit, through the power, and through the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahara Kakwadash. All right, and Lord's will, the Lord's sheep was edified. And shalom to the 144,000, the elect. That being said, shalom.